Market-related headwinds that we see, for example, what is happening in the consumer industry or what is happening specifically in the ACA part of the healthcare and life sciences businesses. So that is why the way I would say is that we will be able to pretty much match what the rest of the industry does in the same context and environment. Our guidance reflects our confidence in the last quarter of the financial year, and we hope to perform at industry levels from next year onwards.
Right. Jatin, if I can come to you, one of the major, unexpected hit came on the EBIT margins. I think people were expecting 17.2. It was a good 2.5% below that. Tell us more about this one-off. Do you expect to recover this going forward? Will there be a lag effect in the next quarter? Some color on that.
Sure. So, it is quite common in our business that when we have long-term deals, that there are investments that we make in the deal that we sort of recover over the life of the deal. So this was a customer which we had won a few years back, and we had signed a couple of large deals with them. And we were carrying forward that investment to be recovered. Also, there were ongoing debtors, the efforts that we had put in from the last billing milestone till the date of bankruptcy. So this was the exposure that we are carrying. Now, this is quite unfortunate that the customer filed for bankruptcy. And looking at the analysis of what is the situation on the ground, we took a provision which we thought was the right provision to.
The factors that drag performance, it's US energy and utilities, also a bit of APAC. So, when you look at Q4, what's going to be the positive, what's going to be the negative?
So for the current quarter, as we told earlier, the health and life sciences, we said, was bottoming out. And consequently, you are seeing the momentum in the health and life sciences.
So the regulatory concerns are over?
Yeah, so we do see the regulatory concerns still. So that uncertainty about the US regulatory market still exists today. And that's what we said in the last quarter as well. We have overcome that in this quarter. But, the regulatory uncertainty has not gone away. So you would see that headwind still in the health and life sciences segment as we see forward, right? The energy utility segment that we talked about, that one-off customer conversation that we had with you, right? That's the one that has caused the headwind. However, BFSI and places where the digital is growing extremely well, and that's where we are seeing the growth. So overall, our view is that the sectors where we are doing digital well, they're doing very well. And some of the changes that we have done in the geographies has resulted in the positive momentum that is
right. Every week we see a different regulation on visa, on different work visas.
So, on the US piece, I think as far as we are concerned, our strategy has been, long-term and not in the current political environment. Much before all this, we had said that the countries in which we want to operate, we want to be local and build local leadership. So over the last 2 years, if I take US as a geography, we have been increasing our localization.
Yeah, you're already over 50%.
We are 54% and we've gone up over nearly 20 percentage points over the last 2 years. So it is much before the local environment happened. And this is not only for US. I'm seeing across the globe. I go to UK, I go to Europe, I go to Australia. Everywhere we are making sure that we build local leadership to globalize. And that's a long-term strategy. But if you look at it, our utilization has dipped a little bit this quarter, more driven by the furloughs which we had, and very confident, and we feel there's headspace for us to improve our utilization over at least 3 to 4 percentage points in the coming quarters. So that's a big lever for us from a margin perspective. Offshoring is a big lever for us, and we see localization as a big lever for us as well, in terms of able to get young people to take up big jobs there. So all these drivers for us, the long-term strategy to move the needle, both from a growth perspective as well as from a cost perspective.
All right.